It's right here. Good evening. It's 5 p.m. and I'd like to call the meeting to order with our closed session. A quorum is present. Members Kolb Sr. and members Keisha Worthy are absent, and the meeting is being recorded. Is there any comment?
No comments tonight.
No comment on any items, so we will adjourn into our closed session. 5:01. Good evening. It is 6 p.m. and thank you for coming. We have a great group here tonight. Thank you for being here. And we're continuing our meeting, reconvening for the Board of Trustees. And it's 6 o'clock. It is being recorded. And a quorum is present. Members Alfonso Kolb Sr. and member Keisha Worthy are not here. And we will move forward. We're going to move forward into the Pledge of Allegiance, and it's going to be led by Felipe Cervantes. Thank you.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. We have nothing to report from our closed session. We had a great closed session. And we're going to move on to the approval of our agenda additions, deletions, and corrections. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
And a second?
I'll second.
Okay, any further discussion? Being none, we'll vote. Member Benjamin?
Aye.
Member Caputo?
Aye.
Member Kolb Sr. is absent. Member Worthy is absent. And Member Stroh votes aye. And we're going to go into our favorite part, why most of you are here. Yay, Pauma, you are represented well. It is the recognitions and program presentation, and we are going to move on to Sarah Songer, who will give the Pauma School District their Employees of the Month, and it's Jennifer Mendez and Denise Cervantes. It's
All right.
Mendoza.
Yes. Thank you, School Board Cabinet, Superintendent McCowan, and School Board for having Pauma School here tonight to celebrate our 2 Employees of the Month. Tonight, I will start by recognizing our incredible instructional aide, Jennifer Mendoza. It is with great pleasure that we can honor Jennifer as our classified Employee of the Month. She is here tonight with her family and her Pauma School colleagues. Jennifer was selected for this recognition because of her continued commitment, positive energy, and the amazing work she does for Pauma School. Jennifer has been an instructional aide and duty supervisor at Pauma for over 11 years. She currently serves Pauma students in multiple roles, including before school care, duty supervisor, dual language instructional aide, and after school, Jennifer also works for the Boys and Girls Club, supporting our youngest students even after the school day ends. I don't know if she has time for all this. Jennifer is loved by all. Her positive attitude, ability to collaborate well with others, and strong instructional strategies make her such an incredible asset to our school. Jennifer's colleagues have so many positive things to say about her, including Miss Jenny jumps in whenever she's needed. The students love her because she cares about them. No matter what's going on, she has a smile for everyone. Someone else said, all the kids love her. She's so creative and fun. Miss Jenny is always ready to help and works so hard for all of our students. Jennifer's contributions to our school community are immeasurable. She consistently goes above and beyond to ensure students are learning and having fun while doing it. She is such a bright light on our campus. Thank you for allowing us to honor her. Come on. I would appreciate to come first. I can't remember.
Well, I just want to say thank you to be considered for this recognition. Thank you to Pauma staff, and because all of them make it so much easier to work there, you know. Also, my family, they're very supportive all the time. I always come home late sometimes. But I can say that I love going to work, and it's always a pleasure being there because of all the staff and the students and everything.
We also have our district coin to give you for your excellent work. And then
And there,
board
here
president.
is a beautiful plaque for you. And thank you for being a bright and shining star down in Palma. And you are well loved, yes, and appreciated. Thank you for touching our students. Very much.
We got to put you in the newspaper now. Oh, no,
Right here, right
you're the
here.
center of attention.
I'm just jittery
Great
everywhere.
job.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
You're next. Ready? This group, I don't know. For our Certificated Employee of the Month, it is with great privilege to be able to recognize Miss Denise Cervantes. While just shy of 3 years into the teaching profession, Denise operates as a seasoned veteran. Tonight, Denise is here with her family. She is more than just a teacher on our campus. She is an energetic force. She is a passionate educator who makes learning in her kindergarten and first grade class fun and relevant to the lives of her students. She possesses that special gift of making lessons engaging while also being able to connect them to academic concepts, to the everyday experiences of her young students. Just walk by her classroom and you'll see firsthand the joy and curiosity that she sparks. Denise's contributions extend so far beyond her classroom walls. She is a supportive and collaborative colleague, the kind of person you can always count on, whether it's helping out with family events after school, participating in one of many committees on campus, supporting a colleague in need, or offering up a treat from her not-so-secret coffee bar. Should check it out. It's rival Starbucks. Denise's dedication and enthusiasm makes a profound difference in the lives of her students and our staff. Her colleagues say she has a heart of pure gold, and Denise goes above and beyond to make her students have great classroom experiences. She is caring and warm towards her students. One staff member says, her humor and kindness make it so much easier to come to school on difficult days. As you can see, we are incredibly fortunate to have Denise at Pauma School. Thank you for allowing us to recognize her for her exceptional teaching and for receiving this award. These are for you, but I can hold them while you talk.
Oh, okay. Good evening. I had to write it because then I forget. I'll try to make as much eye contact as I can. Good evening, everyone. It means a lot to be recognized today. Thank you to the Pauma staff. I'm very lucky to work alongside such dedicated and supportive people. Thank you to the board members. This has been a full circle moment for me. To now teach in the district that helped shape me into the person that I am today. I never imagined that the teachers who taught me as a child would one day mentor me as an educator. A special thanks to my family for always being there for me, no matter what crazy ideas I have for crafts or classroom activities. They're always the first to help. Even if that means transferring many, many caterpillars into little cups for a butterfly unit. Once again, thank you.
And you know, I didn't realize we have both alumni here tonight, huh? Both alumni from our school district.
And Denise,
Yes.
thank you. You are just, we could tell your heart in your mouth for all that. They
I'm
love
like
you.
shaking.
And then,
I'm like,
and
Both
it's
were a
gone
little
full
short,
circle.
but no.
yeah. It's like I
We're
tried
gonna get
15 minutes.
Sarah's got some flowers for you. Let's move a little bit away from the microphone. You don't like being at the microphone. It's okay, we'll move away from it. Great job.
And I just want to say one thing with Jennifer. Lupe. Hi, me. Okay, there you go. I know, Ludi Mendoza, I know. And we go way back to when our kids were little. And it's so wonderful to see this full circle, and congratulations being such a great parent to both parents, because your children are now fabulous educators, and thank you.
Okay, well, he said when you see this screen, you're on, and I haven't seen it yet. So I'm just going to do it myself, Mauricio. All right. Thank you, school board, Mr. McCown, Cabinet members of the audience, for allowing us time to share our presentation on community schools tonight. This year, Pauma School received a community schools grant that will span across 5 years. In a community school, the school works together with families, community members, and I lost my place. Sorry. Community partners. Families are partners to have what they need to thrive, and communities benefit from stronger, healthier, more informed people. Community schools are a way that we can collaboratively do business as educators. There are 4 pillars of a community school: family and community engagement, integrated student supports, collaborative leadership, and expanded and enriched learning experiences. Throughout this presentation, I will be explaining how we are addressing each of the pillars this year and how we will strengthen them over the next 4 years. As we planned for this school year, we set goals in 4 main areas. One goal was to establish our community school steering committee with staff, family, community, and student representatives, as well as our community liaison, Anna Cueva. A second goal was to collect input from all stakeholders. A third goal was to build integrated supports through our community partnerships to bring resources onto our campus for student and communities to access. The fourth goal was to build structures to extend and enrich learning, including after-school enrichment classes and starting our school garden. The first pillar I'm reviewing is collaborative leadership and practices. To ensure collaboration between families, students, community members, and the school, we formed a steering committee and collected data from all stakeholders through surveys and interviews. The committee meets to review data and plan on how we can effectively build, strengthen, and sustain our community school. For the expanded learning and enrichment time pillar, we focused on developing after-school clubs to enrich learning and student opportunities. This is an area that about 70% of families who were surveyed said they prioritize for our school site. This year, we have the book club, soccer club, running club, craft club, and a Lego engineering club. About 100 of our students participate in one or more of these clubs. The integrated student supports pillar is critical to our success as a community school. The resources provided through community partners can help to support physical and social emotional wellness while also supporting academic achievement for students. This year, we have been fortunate to have Live Well come to our site to provide families with a variety of resources. We have continued our relationship with community partners and formed new partnerships too. We have also been able to create new opportunities for our students through experiences like our field trip to UCSD for students and their families, as well as creating our closed closet and recently starting our school garden. One of our biggest additions this year has been our school's food pantry. Through our new partnership with Feeding San Diego, we have opened a food pantry that provides about 100 families with 12 pounds of fresh produce and about 7 pounds of dry goods 2 times a month. These videos will show a little bit about the impact of the pantry.
So it helps me because the food gives me energy, it gives me health, it gives me a lot of energy to run fast. Yeah, and it just helps my family. So, yep, that's why the food's important.
Just a grocery store, I either have to go into Escondido or Temecula. The gas and going into each one of those towns can be costly.
So as you can see, our food pantry's been just a tremendous support to our families and a big help. It's something that all of our staff here pitches in to help with, and it's just been a really meaningful activity. The final pillar is family and community engagement. This year, we have been fortunate to have community members, students, and families help us with cultural events, such as our Native American Heritage Cultural Fair and our Hispanic Heritage Art and Fashion Show. In addition, we have hosted and led multiple family learning events, including our family math night, a family reading night, parent trainings on mental health and building resiliency in children, as well as a series of classes on nutritional health and healthy living habits. Next year, we will be adding in a variety of parenting classes, including using technology to support student learning and supporting parents in how to use the technology. As we move forward through the next 4 years of the grant, we will strengthen supports in student academics through a continued focus on attendance, parenting classes, family learning opportunities, strong instructional practices, and the Bobcat Boost program. We will also complete our school garden and science connections alongside Pauma Farms and other community partners. A third area of focus is developing a leadership program to span across the grade levels to support student engagement, voice, and leadership skills. A fourth area of focus is to ensure the sustainability of all of these resources long after the grant funding ends. All we do over the next 4 years will align with our mission and vision, which was developed with input from our school staff, families, students, and steering committee, with the belief that all of these practices will empower each student with the concepts, knowledge, skills, and resources necessary to thrive academically, socially, and emotionally in the local and world communities. We really look forward to all that we have ahead with community schools and invite you all to Pauma Schools to see the things that we've been up to. Thank you so much for this incredible opportunity to share with you.
Thank you very much for that great report.
Great job. You could have passed.
Great job, yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. That was great. Good job, Sarah. We're going to jump into our Biliteracy SILS Awards. Each year during this time, we give these out to our graduating seniors. Actually, it goes back to the year of 2013. We became one of the first districts in the state of California to offer a biliteracy SIL. Since then, students have attained this SIL every year, and I'm going to go through the different levels here in the next few minutes. So our first level and group that we have is our own district biliteracy SIL. We have 17 recipients. In order for our recipients to receive this SIL, they must be a senior and graduating, of course. They have to have been in our district's bilingual program for 6 years. They've had to take Spanish 3 and or AP Spanish and receive a 3.0 GPA in that or better. Their overall GPA in the district has to be a 3.0 or above, and they cannot have received any C's during their time in high school. So these are our 17 students here. I'm not going to read each name, but I'll give them a few minutes of fame. Here we go. Our next is the state biliteracy SIL. For this one, not only do they have to show that they're fluent into one or more languages. In the English language, they have to be graded in all of their English courses at a 3.0 or above. They have to pass the California Assessment of Student Performance Progress in English Language Arts at or above grade level, and received a 3 or more on their AP English test, and they have to have an SAT score of a 480 or above. Out of that group, they only need to do one of those. I'm sorry, not all 4. Proficiency in at least one other language other than English, and in this case it would be in Spanish. They have to kind of do the same thing in this area to prove their proficiency in Spanish. That would be a 3 or higher on an AP test, or 4 years of a foreign language or the Spanish language with a 3.0 or higher, and oral proficiency on the AP test, or district-approved assessment, pass a school district language examination at a minimum accessing speaking, reading, and writing in the language other than English. And we had 17 recipients here and 2 candidates. And then our last group here, these are students who have done both of those categories. And since I kind of stumbled through each one of them, I'm not going to repeat them. But you can just imagine all 40 students or so that are up here, what job they had to do to really get through their high school career both in Spanish and English. So here are our 6 recipients that get the biliteracy seal, not only from the state, but also ours. The last thing I'd say before I go off of these slides is knowing who these kids are, they're also involved in a ton of other things on our campus, whether it be sports, whether it be the band, choir, or in clubs and activities and leadership spots. So not only are these students completing high school in both languages, but they're also very active on our campus. So we would just like to congratulate those graduating seniors. We also had our reclassification ceremony this week. We had 120 students that reclassified from our K-12 grades. And these are some pictures of Dr. Batar and myself with a wide range of ages of our students who got reclassified. This is probably one of the funnest or funner? Most fun evenings we have, because not only are the students fired up, but their families, and they bring the whole family. And it was just really a great evening, and I want to thank everybody that helped put that on. And the last piece here we want to do is we want to recognize 2 of our employees that also did a great job in both of these different groups with our Spanish language students. So Mark, I'm going to turn it over to you, and Julie and I are going to.
Yeah, thank you very much.
And if we can have Linda and Raina come on up.
So as you can imagine, all of those student faces that we saw have incredible support from their families, but also incredible support from educators in our district. So each year at the San Diego Leadership and Biliteracy Symposium is an opportunity to recognize some of those educators, and we're very fortunate to have 2 of those educators who we're going to recognize tonight. So I'd like to start. We would like to take a moment to express our deepest appreciation for our extraordinary ELD TOSA, Raina. Her incredible dedication to our English learner students and their families has made a lasting difference, much of it quietly and humbly behind the scenes, whether she's guiding instructional practices, leading vital teacher trainings, or navigating complex cases with empathy and expertise. Raina's work ensures that our EL students are not only supported, but truly seen, valued, and positioned for success every step of the way. We are so grateful for the heart and purpose she brings to everything she does. We also want to recognize Linda Ford, a remarkable program specialist whose work continues to transform the landscape of language learning in our schools. Through close collaboration with the dual language team, Linda ensures that our dually identified students receive thoughtful, individualized support. She brings deep insight and compassion to her work with English learners with disabilities, equipping teachers with effective strategies and tools that empower all students to thrive. Linda's commitment to high expectations and an assets-based approach speaks volumes of her belief in every student's potential. Linda goes the extra mile to connect with families, sharing practical strategies and offering encouragement that strengthens learning at home. Her impact is felt widely and warmly throughout our community.
We're going to go over some of the great things that happened in our district this last month. First of all, our JAG auction, which is actually ran by our board president here, Julie Stroh, and Mrs. Duff. But this year they raised over $92,000 in a one-night auction. This is the most by probably almost $10,000. Yeah, that we've ever earned in the JAG auction. So great job to our boosters, but a lot of thanks to our community that came out and supported us so great. Yes. We also want to officially recognize our Teacher Appreciation Week. I know that each one of the campuses had quite a few activities going on for our teachers, so hopefully they've had a great week. And then next week we'll also be recognizing our Day of the Teacher, which will be Wednesday. So this has been a good 2 weeks, hopefully, for our teachers here in the district, and we just want to tell them how much we appreciate them. We also have coming up our Classified Professionals Week, which is May 19th to the 23rd, and this year we have a little bit different program going. The board members and the administrators district-wide will be shadowing some of our classified workers and spending a couple hours working alongside them and seeing exactly what their jobs are. Hopefully I'm going to get to drive a bus and one of the lawnmowers, but we'll see how that goes. Well, I'll share it with you. But we're really looking forward to that week and also recognizing our classified employees, because we all know that we can't get anything done with it, not all of us working together, and our classified people are a strong part of that.
Ron, you will definitely not be driving a bus.
No.
That's not.
Well, the lawnmower's still there, though. We also have School Bus and Van Driver Day coming through, so we wanted to thank them. I've always said that I think one of the toughest jobs in the district, if not the toughest, is being a bus driver. Any of you guys that rode a bus, we know why. So, but we really want to thank them for their hard work and dedication. We also had School Lunch Hero. This is kind of the month of recognitions for our employees. School Lunch Day Hero is great. You'll see a lot of our students go up and thank our CNS people and our servers. And it's really neat when you're on a campus, especially with the littler, younger grades. They really think a lot of our CNS people and somebody they see every day. So we want to thank them for their hard work. We also had our National School Principals Day. And as a superintendent of 8 years, I can definitely say that this is the best group of principals that I've ever had. And I know they are very dedicated to their campuses, to their teachers, and their students. So thank you guys for all of your hard work. And I'm going to turn it back over to you, Julie. I think we do have one other thing that we could make an announcement is Mr. Pena. Rick, are you still here? Hey. Mr. Pena has been at Pauma Elementary School for probably a total of 20 years, 12 as a student, or 8 as a student, and 12 as the lead custodian down there. He'll be moving up to the district level, being a skilled maintenance person, and I know that saddens Pauma staff. I was chicken. I did not go down and make the announcement. I let Sarah do it. But Rick, we're really happy to have you up at the district, but I know you're going to be missed by the Pauma, and I promise anything needs to be repaired down in Pauma, I'll send Rick, okay? So.
We want to thank you all for being here, and this is time where, well, do we want to do the request? We don't have a request for.
No, but they can dismiss.
Okay, we're going to dismiss you, and if you'd like to stay, you're welcome to, but thank you, and this was a wonderful presentation. So many great things to celebrate. Thank you, and congratulations to all of you. Take care. Okay, we'll move forward now with our board meeting and request to address the board.
We have no requests this evening.
Okay, being none, we will move to our consent agenda and looking for a motion, if I have a motion on that.
So President Stroh, I was responsible for reviewing this month's purchase orders. My questions have been addressed, and so I move to approve the consent agenda, including the updated personnel list.
Okay, thank you. And a second.
I'll second.
Being a second, any discussion? Being none, we'll move forward to the vote. Member Benjamin?
Aye.
Member Caputo?
Aye.
Member Kolb Senior is absent. Member Worthy is absent. Member Stroh votes aye. Superintendent's vision, he's back.
Yeah, it won't go away. This is a pretty easy one here. We do have our graduation schedule out. You can see it up there on the board. I know that as you, some of you stopped by my office this week, you started to sign up for the dates, but we will, Nancy will take those signatures, and yeah, we'll just try to get you guys to as many of those as we can. And everybody on the board has been through these once, and I know you guys really enjoyed them, so we look forward to another great graduation season.
Yeah.
That's it. Okay, that was a short one. You'll be back again. And educational services. Do we have?
Yeah, so we do have one item for Ed Services, which is our approval of our reading difficulty screener for the coming school year. So just a little bit of background information. So the Department of Education does have a requirement that all school districts going into next school year adopt one or more approved screening instruments to screen students for reading difficulties. There was a group of tools that were available. We, as a district, had a committee review those tools and pilot them in selected and small classroom settings to get some feedback, how successful were those screeners, what information could they provide us, and then the time and ability to do those in an effective manner. From this pilot process and feedback from the committee, we would like to recommend the use of the Multitude Screener for the 25-26 school year. And then moving into next year, if additional tools become available or we receive new information, we'll review them at that time.
Okay, thank you. That sounds like a great program. Do I have a motion on this?
So moved.
Okay, and a second?
I'll second.
And is there any further discussion?
I have a question. Is this something we've done in the past, or is this a new thing? Or
So
do you know?
this is a new requirement in our district. I would say we have done various ways of screening students in reading, but this will be a new tool with a new process.
Okay.
And it'll be in addition to some of the things that we may have used, like star reading and things like that. So it is new, but we have done various ways of screening for reading difficulties.
Awesome. Thank you.
And Mark, it's a new state requirement, correct?
Correct. It
Yeah,
is
so
a
it's not
state
new just to
requirement.
us, it's every
Yes,
district
that's
has to do
whole
it now.
district.
Cool.
Anything else? No? Okay, let's vote. Member Benjamin?
Aye.
Member Caputo?
Aye.
Member Kolb Senior is absent. Member Worthy is absent. Member Stroh votes aye. Moving forward into our business section, the triennial assessment of the wellness policy, and we will now hear from our Chief Business Officer, Michael Avalos. Take it away.
Thank you, President Stroh. We're doing something a little bit different this year. So California requirement requires that we conduct a triennial assessment of our wellness policy. So this is year 3, and this is to evaluate our support for student and staff well-being. This assessment takes a look at our wellness policy, evaluates our progress in meeting its goals, and assesses our compliance. Tonight, I'll discuss our latest results and discuss how we continue to cultivate a healthy and supportive school environment. There are quite a few slides and indicators, so I won't be discussing too in-depth on certain topics, but if anybody has any questions, please feel free to interrupt me. One of the main components of the assessment is the analysis of our meals served. Our CNS director plans weekly menus and has to be careful to make sure that the nutritional values of both daily and weekly menus fall in line with standards. The next couple of slides are some examples of what that looks like. Oh, you can't really read that at all. This first slide shows a sample breakfast meal. The entirety of the meal's nutritional values are a part of the menu planning process. It's kind of a mix between meal planning and master schedule building, if you know. This slide illustrates the weekly average for all meals served, and as you can see at the bottom, there is a weekly target and another column that shows you what percentage of the target that particular nutrient falls in for that week. These next two slides are the same thing, but for a sample lunch meal. This slide shows the meal participation at the district. Normally, this would include all 3 years for the assessment period, but we underwent a vendor change for our point of sales platform, so pulling the first year data was not possible in our current system. That being said, I wanted to point out a couple of things. The first is that last year we served nearly 500,000 meals and over 12,000 snacks, and that's just kind of a mind-boggling number. And this year, even with declining enrollment, we are on track to surpass those figures. And so I think that just goes to show that the hard work and dedication of our CNS department to increase the number of appetizing meals for our students is really paying off. Other indicators in the assessment include adequate time to eat lunch and access to free potable water. As a district, we are meeting these standards. Another indicator is the sale of non-nutritious foods and beverages. This is something that we continue to work on and strive to improve. And my personal favorite part of the wellness policy is the PE section. All aspects of the PE requirements, whether they are the minutes or the testing requirements, are fully implemented. These next couple of slides are pretty fun. They list activities that are physical or wellness in nature outside of our PE classes. So at the elementary school, we have a Roadrunner race, we have Health Day, Go Noodle movement inside the classroom, annual field day, and a staff versus 5th grade kickball game. At the high school, we have a full complement of CIF sports and wellness and nutrition through some CTE programs such as culinary arts and agriculture, a health fair, biology and physiology labs related to health and wellness, and breakfast club and open gyms. At Lilac School, if you've never been, every Friday morning they have Zumba. It's quite entertaining. They have lizard laps and red ribbon week. At the middle school, they have after-school sports such as co-ed cross country, girls volleyball, flag football, basketball, soccer, and co-ed track and field. At Oak Glen and VC Prep, they have personal fitness courses, health and wellness and biology labs, and boys and girls groups discussions about healthy living. And down at Pauma School, they have a Bobcat Fun Run, small school tournaments, after-school sports play, and as Sarah mentioned earlier, a new soccer club and running club. And at the primary school, they've got Mousercise and Zumba, a volunteer PE teacher who comes in, a bee buzzathon, movement breaks during the school day, dance performances, and neighborhood health dental services. As we all know too well, sometimes there is extreme weather in Valley Center, and as a part of the wellness policy, there is a section for modifications during adverse weather. Every year, we review these procedures with site admin before the school year kicks off. Along with that information on our procedures for adverse weather, we also discuss the other aspects of the wellness policy that we discussed previously in this presentation. WellStat 3.0 is a way for us to measure how we're doing with our wellness policy. It's a checklist and scoring tool for school wellness policies, and it helps districts see how well their written rules measure up against what experts recommend and what the government requires. By using WellStat, districts can get a score and find out which parts of the wellness policy are strong and which areas could be improved to better support students and staff well-being. The next 5 slides illustrate the metrics that are used and the scores given for our wellness policy. This entire presentation is available on our website under the wellness policy section. So if you want to take a look at some of the specific areas, I definitely recommend you check it out. We can't really see them on this screen, so I won't go through them all. Yeah, so you can see that there's different sections. So there's federal requirements, nutritional, nutrition education, physical education, and employee wellness. Like an audit report, there's a lot of information, but this is probably the first place most people will look, and that's our scores. So I think our latest assessment is very promising. While achieving a perfect 100 in every category is our goal, the progress we've demonstrated over the past 3 years is a significant positive step in our wellness journey. Like personal growth, our wellness policy isn't a final destination, but a continuous work in progress. We remain dedicated to striving for ongoing improvement, and everyone's feedback will be invaluable in strengthening our policy as we continue to evolve and better support the well-being of our entire school community. The next areas are areas that are not currently in our wellness policy. They include things such as feeding children with unpaid meal balances and purchasing local foods. Although a criteria, some of these aspects of a wellness policy are currently not applicable. For instance, California currently helps provide every student with a free breakfast and lunch, and because of that, unpaid meal balances have not been an issue for a couple of years. Other areas that are not addressed might not have a place in a wellness policy. For instance, there is a criteria for PE teacher qualifications, and for some, this might be something that is best left to an HR department and not a wellness policy. All of that being said, if we included every criteria in the wellness policy, it would quickly become a lengthy document, maybe not as long as an LCAP, but definitely longer than it needs to be. Some of the criteria that are not directly addressed in our wellness policy are addressed in other policies and regulations that the board has adopted. With that in mind, a goal over the next couple of years is to reference these policies directly in our wellness policy so that it's clear where anybody can find them. And with that, I hope I never have to say policy again. Thank you for your time. If everybody has any questions, I'd be more than happy to answer them.
I just learned that triennial is a word.
Yeah.
Never heard that before. I thought it was
Yeah.
triannual, but it's triennial.
Yeah.
Who would have thought?
Me too.
Is this something that like the state started a few years ago, or I don't
No, I think
remember
it's-
hearing this?
I think it's been going on for a while. We haven't presented in the past. I think the last one, it was like a consent item or something,
Okay.
but I thought it
just
would be a nice presentation so everybody could get a
Mhm.
little better understanding.
Cool. Especially those graphs. Those were beautiful.
Yeah,
Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you for your deep dive and a wonderful explanation and thorough explanation into all that. Looks like we're moving in the right direction. Thank you. Anybody else? Hang on. We're going to move into human resource and our side letter of agreement regarding longevity and pay between CSEA and VCPUSD. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
And a second?
I'll second.
Being a second, any discussion further
No.
on that? No. Voting, Member Benjamin?
Aye.
Member Caputo?
Aye.
Member Culp Senior is absent, Member Worthy is absent, and Member Stroh votes aye. Into right here, the variable team term waiver for Mandy Malak, video production teacher. Do I have a motion on that?
So moved.
Okay, and a second?
I'll second.
And any further discussion?
No.
It's going to be great to have her. And we'll vote. Member Benjamin?
Aye.
Member Caputo?
Aye.
Member Culp Senior is absent, Member Worthy is absent, and Member Stroh votes aye. Calendar revision, 2025, 2026. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
And a second?
I'll second.
Any discussion?
No.
Being none, let's vote. Member Benjamin?
Aye.
Member Caputo?
Aye.
Member Culp Senior is absent, Member Worthy is absent, and Member Stroh votes aye. And now moving to advanced planning, our special, we have 2 meetings in June. Special board meeting, June 23rd, 2025 at 6 p.m. VCHS Media Center. And our regular board meeting, which is the 26th at 6 p.m. at VCHS Media Center.
Can I, just one thing on advanced planning.
Yes.
Tonight is also the Eagle Feather Night for our graduating Native American students. It seems to always land on this same Thursday in May. So next year, hopefully Mike will be attending that. So I'm going to have Nancy look at a couple of dates for next May so that we can move off of that Thursday in case we have people in our, well, we do have people in our community that want to attend that.
Cool.
And
So
one of our
we'll
board
bring that back to you.
members.
Yeah, and that's where Alfonso is tonight as a
Yes.
representative from the tribal council. So we'll work on that during this month and bring some dates back to you.
Thank you for that clarification, and that would be great. And moving to adjournment, do I have a motion?
So moved?
And a second?
I'll second.
And no discussion? No. And voting, Member Benjamin.
Aye.
Member Caputo.
Aye.
Member Culp Senior is absent. Member Worthy is absent. Member Stroh votes aye, and it is 6:46, and the meeting is adjourned. Thank you all who participated and came. We appreciate it.